If you think you've seen me make this before, no you haven't. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another Wednesday recipe video, and today we are going to be making Thai green tea panna cottas with fresh mango. Timestamps are down below and in the description if you want to skip the initial blah blah, but stick around if you want to hear a little bit about what we're making first. Now yes, this does look very similar to the matcha panna cotta I made, but this is an entirely different beast. This isn't made with matcha, this is made with Thai green tea. Cha Cha Mua brand, and apparently yes, that is how you pronounce it. I used to pronounce it Cha Cha Mui because that's how it's phonetically spelled if you say it phonetically in English, but no, apparently you pronounce it Cha Cha Mua. As you can see, my bag of Cha Cha Mua Thai green tea is well loved. In fact, I also have a well loved bag of the original red stuff, same brand. But we're not going to use this one today, we're going to be using the green one. And before you ask, yes, you can substitute this green one for the red one in this recipe. So with all that said, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. Let's start by making our cream infused base. Here's 300 milliliters of double cream and 200 milliliters of, this is evaporated milk. So this isn't the sweetened condensed milk, this is the unsweetened evaporated milk. Now if you're making Thai milk tea, you would usually combine both types of condensed and evaporated milk, but we're just going to be using the evaporated milk for this one because I want to control the sweetness a bit more. And of course the star of the show, Thai green tea, and this is 4 tablespoonfuls of it. Now I'm going to switch the heat on, and we're going to bring this to a simmer, and then once it comes to a simmer we're going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes so it's well infused. Now as it's heating up I am giving it a bit of a stir, and you can see it's already turning green. Interesting, let's keep going. And as you can see, it's starting to steam and very lightly bubbling. I'm keeping it moving because I don't want the cream to burn. You know what cream's like, the moment you take your eyes off of it, it bubbles over and burns. So I'm keeping it on a low to medium heat, and I'm just going to very gently simmer this for the 10 minutes now to make sure we've got a good tea infused bright green cream. Been 10 minutes, it's pretty infused, so I'm going to switch the heat off. And I'm actually going to take this off the heat and just let it cool down for just about 5 minutes until it's a bit cooler so we can handle it. Now while that's over there cooling down, we're going to soak some gelatin. So here I have 2 tablespoonfuls of cold water, and I'm going to evenly sprinkle over 5 grams of gelatin. There we go, evenly sprinkling on, make sure we don't get any dry patches, and we're just going to leave this to soak in for a couple of minutes, basically while our cream cools down. And by the way, while our cream is cooling, you'll notice it starts forming a skin, which always happens when you're heating milk and cream type things. If you're worried, then give it a couple of stirs every now and again while it's cooling, but to be honest it doesn't really matter because we're going to be squeezing the whole thing through a cloth in a minute anyway. Now our cream is cool enough to handle, let's get rid of this for a start so you can have some more working space. And here I just have a nice big bowl, a colander, and this is a nut milk bag. You can use like a sheet of muslin. I actually do own a Thai tea sock somewhere, but because for this I actually want to be able to squeeze it, I need a nice big amount of material. And we're just going to pour our infused cream into our bag that's sat over our colander. Now I am going to give this a quick clean because we want to use this but without any tea leaves in a minute. And this is pretty much mostly drained out, but we are going to give it a squeeze. I do have some food safe gloves on. Usually I wouldn't bother, just a clean dry pair of hands will do, but in a minute we're going to be throwing these tea leaves away and I hate the feeling of little bits against my skin, so I thought I'd better glove up preemptively. But if you don't mind little bits on your skin, you don't need to do that, just make sure your hands are clean. Your hands should always be clean, by the way, when you're cooking. Anyway, let's give it a little squeeze to get the rest of that lovely cream out. Lovely, let me just get rid of the leaves. And that's neat, while I wash the bag, the rest of the cream drained from this. I'm going to wash this too. And now we're going to take this back to the hob for the last step. We're going to pour our cream back into our now clean saucepan. Do you see that? A cheeky leaf escaped there. We don't want that in our panna cotta. And now we're going to switch the heat on to medium. This time we don't want to bring it to a simmer, we just want it steaming hot. Now I'm going to add 80 grams of caster sugar And I'm going to stir that in until it's fully dissolved. There we go, now that the sugar is fully dissolved and it is pretty much coming up to steaming hot point, we're going to add in our soaked gelatin, and as you can see, it's very goopy because all that gelatin has absorbed the water, so this will be easy to dissolve. And we're simply going to stir it until it has fully dissolved. And once it's fully dissolved, it's time to turn the heat off and we're going to take this to our moulds. I bought these moulds off of Amazon ages ago. It was supposed to have a star, a teddy bear flower and a heart, but instead of the package I got 2 flowers. I couldn't be bothered to send it back though because I kind of like the flowers anyway. These are quite special because these come off, so it makes unmoulding really easy. If you've ever had one of those Japanese caramel puddings, you flip them over, they have a little tab that you open, and it basically opens the air seal that's created when you make these puddings. This kind of works the same. But if you don't have this kind of mould and it's just a solid one and you can't take the top, or rather the bottom in this case, off, that's fine. When it comes to demoulding, all you'll have to do is dunk it in some hot water for a few seconds. And now all we have to do is fill our moulds. This should make 4, let's see if I'm correct. How amazing am I? That made exactly 4. Right, now we're going to just let these cool down to room temperature. It won't take long because they're not that hot. And then we're going to chill them in the fridge overnight. So I will see you in the morning. It's the next day and I'm just going to unmould 1 so that you can see. I'm just going to pop it on the plate. Remember, if you don't have one of these top vacuum ones, just dip it upside down, obviously, in some water. You don't want to dip it this side, you want to dip it that side. In some hot water just for a few seconds, and that will melt the edges a little bit, enough to release the pudding. But in this case, all we're going to do is take the top off. You can see it's already sinking down. I'm going to give it a shake. There we go, lovely. And since this is a Thai-inspired dessert, I'm going to serve it with some fresh mango. Now this is as ripe as I could find and it is kind of in season, at least for the UK, in season imported. But wow, I really miss the actual mango in Thailand because it is so delicious. I think you know what comes next. It's the slowmo jiggle. Check it out. And yes, I took a dig from the back just so you could see the texture, but we're going to hide it for the thumbnail. Mango is optional, by the way. It's just I like to round off the dessert with a little bit of tanginess. And I'm super excited because I actually have a Thailand trip booked coming up soon. Nothing can compare to the mangoes in Thailand and Southeast Asia in general. Oh my gosh. Whenever I go back to see family in Malaysia, Mango City, and durians too. Cheers. Super punchy, unmistakable green Thai tea flavour. Really refreshing with the mango. So there you go, Thai green tea panna cotta. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you will join me next Wednesday on my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram on tashcakes.tastes, and find me on TikTok too. I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it, comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I will see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. Ooh, it's like the weather here is preparing me for Thailand too.